Okay, just wait a little bit to get this started. So, I bet none of you ever expected anyone to be excited about going into quarantine. So, right before I returned to Korea a couple days ago, my partner just let me know, oh, hey, Donovan, when you and I go back to Korea, we're going to have to be in quarantine. At first, it's like, oh, I don't want to do quarantine. I have so much stuff to do. Um, but as I thought about it, I realized that this could actually be a very kind of golden opportunity, a once in a lifetime chance, a chance to do things that I've always wanted to do but never had enough time to do them. So, just like you, I saw the coronavirus kind of hovering and hanging above society, this kind of dark cloud and this kind of like spirit of fear really consuming everyone. It was almost as if like the fear itself was just as infectious as the the illness itself. And it's really tempting to get lost in that. It's really tempting to, give in to the fear of the coronavirus, give in to this, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to society? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my kids, my job, my family? All of these different things are, reasonably frightening. But when you reimagine, okay, Donovan's stuck in quarantine for 2 weeks, what's he going to do? Is he going to give in to this darkness or take the opportunity? So I kind of decided, why not take the opportunity? Um, so I feel fortunate that I have this chance to learn, to grow, to evolve, and there's three major areas that I decided to grow in. So the first thing I wanted to do is practice gratitude. We all see those memes about being grateful and all these kind of different lovey-dovey things that make us feel good, and then kind of move on to something else. But I thought, well, I would like to practice it on a daily basis. 2018, October, my girlfriend and I were in the midst of starting a bacon business, and it was hard. We had no experience, no knowledge about the food business, really just went in not knowing anything, just doing our best and just struggling. And it was at that time that I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk video. And, he had some things on Instagram, but he was really kind of stressing being grateful. Grateful for every like, grateful for every follower, grateful for all of the good things that you have because, you don't deserve followers, you don't deserve likes, you don't deserve comments. Instead, be grateful for those you have because they're very important people. They're part of your growth, part of your journey, and being grateful for every single one of them is beneficial. So around that time, I'm stressed, depressed, business is not going well, and I heard those words and I was like, he's right. So I stopped what I was doing. I'm sitting in my bacon lab, and I just listed a variety of different things that I was grateful for. And immediately my mood improved, my mental state improved, and life got better. To answer the last question, no, Korea is not on lockdown. I am in quarantine. Um, it's kind of like a self-quarantine. So I can stay in my house, I can order food, come out. Legally, I can still go outside, but just for everybody's sake, I'm staying inside. And that's what we're talking about right now is, we're not on lockdown. Society is still functioning. Businesses are still functioning. People are still living their lives. And no, I don't know anyone who's had it yet. We did get some information that the flight we came on, there is a high possibility that one of the passengers was diagnosed with coronavirus. So who knows? Who knows what might happen to us? But we're being grateful right now. We're being grateful for the opportunity, and we're looking for a chance to grow, right? So, gratitude. That's kind of my thing that I want to practice for the next couple of days, and actually for the whole time I'm in quarantine, is being grateful. Hey, it's blue sky outside. I'm feeling healthy. I got a good night's sleep. I get to talk with you guys and, hopefully, learn something, get a new skill. So practicing gratitude. NYC is under quarantine. Yeah, they might be going a little too extreme, but hopefully things will work out. Let's see, next, upgrading daily habits. So for the last couple of Scott Adams Periscopes, one of the people that I follow, he's been talking about take this time to learn new skills. You're shut in, you're quarantined, you're not going outside. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Well, just like I'm doing, take this opportunity to learn something new, do something that you've always wanted to do. So based on his advice, I'm starting to learn how to do a Periscope, learn how to write a blog, eventually learn how to take these Periscope videos and move them to YouTube and maybe even use a podcast app. So these are things that I've always wanted to learn, but because I'm working full time, never had that opportunity. Now I'm in quarantine, I get that chance. I get that chance to evolve as a human. So those are different things that I want to, try and do. So I'm going to take that opportunity. Next thing I want to do is, are you more religious or spiritual? I'm not exactly sure what that is, but feel free to ask some more questions. Upgrading daily habits. So now that I'm in quarantine, I think it's probably good to try and do the best I can to stay healthy. And one of those things is changing my daily habits. So previously, very bad sleep pattern, but now practicing, go to bed. So I have my list. Let me get my list. Let's see. If awake early and can't sleep, create, write, produce anything. Up by 7 a.m.-ish. Start each day with gratitude, 3 or more. So every morning, the first thing I want to do is wake up. What am I grateful for? Because that's going to set the tone. That's going to set the mood for the rest of my day. Exercise. Even if it's just getting on my exercise clothes, it counts. Create, write, be productive in early morning. So every morning I want to take the opportunity to write something. For instance, write about, life in Korea, what's going on in Korea, how are Koreans dealing with the situation, but also just talking about, my life experience here in Korea and just different positive things. Exactly, positive motivations. That's what I want to use. Let's see, moving on, next thing, no heavy topics after 8 p.m. I don't need any stress, and for some reason, right around 8, 9, 10 p.m., if you talk about a stressful topic, it sticks with you for the rest of the night. So kind of want to cut that off so that I can get a good night's sleep, stay healthy, because we don't want to risk the chance of coronavirus. 7, phones off and away from bed around 9 p.m. Oh yeah, it's a lot easier said than done. No later than 10 in bed, and end the day with gratitude. So, like I said before, start the day with gratitude, end the day with gratitude. So what are the good things that happened during the day? What are the things that I learned? What are the positive interactions I had? I'm grateful to this one commenter who's, chatting and asking a lot of good questions. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so those are kind of the three different things that I want to do in quarantine is number one, practice gratitude. Even the small thing, like we get a lot of pollution out here, but it's a blue sky today. Yeah! Okay, so I'm happy about that. So I want to appreciate that. Next, I want to upgrade my daily life, make sure I'm sleeping well, exercising, putting my cell phone away at night so I can actually get a good night's sleep. And number three, learning new skills, because new skills is something that I've always wanted to do, been busy, but now I'm in quarantine, I get that opportunity. So that's kind of all I wanted to do for my first Periscope, but I don't know if any of you have questions about life in Korea, the quarantine, what's happening over here. Feel free to ask a few comments. Otherwise, we'll catch you tomorrow. Are you teaching English? Let's see. How do I pronounce that? Is it Blucher? How do I say that? Yes, so I have two businesses. My first business is a English coaching business for adults. I've been doing that for 5 years. My second business is a bacon and ham charcuterie business that I started almost 2 years ago. But what about everyone else? How are you guys dealing with everything? Okay, let's see. Do I have anything else on my trying to remain sane? Okay, what things are you doing to try to remain sane? What are some positive things that you're doing to remain sane? I'll pull up my list. Juancito, hi California. I just left California. Oh my gosh. I just left heaven. Paradise, the blue skies, perfect weather. But the panic that was in California was not too exciting. That was pretty depressing. Spending quality time with fam, FaceTiming more with my mom, all good stuff. Hey, those are good things, right? Those are positive, helpful. Yeah, I know. Right before Periscope started, I actually FaceTimed my grandparents and talked with family and stuff. So, yep, streets are empty, stores are wiped out. Sad. I know. What is going on in California? We walk into Vaughn's, and the toilet paper section is bare naked. Walk over to like the fruit and vegetable section. That's all sold out. Like, what is going on? I come to Korea, we've had the, coronavirus a lot earlier. We've gone through this whole process. Not one time has the toilet paper section been emptied. Not one time has the grocery section been emptied. So I kind of don't understand what's going on with the whole panic thing. But again, I think that's just people kind of giving into that negativity, giving into that fear. And, I don't think it's healthy. Let's see, in NYC, it's all bread, butter, onions, garlic, and eggs, and of course the TP. Garlic, I don't know, are they treating coronavirus victims as vampires or something? What's up with that? That's kind of sad. Yeah, the only thing that's been in high demand is masks and hand sanitizer. But that's being rationed right now by the Korean government, so it's not that terrible of a situation. Speaking of which, how is your ability to get masks and stuff when are you able to order them? Like, do they allow you to go outside and get them, or are you kind of just stuck at home? Let's see, some kooky Americans hoarding masks and sanitizers. Never thought I'd see the day I travel on the freeway without bumper-to-bumper traffic. I know, right? And hello, is it Puretron? Anyway, welcome to the discussion. But what about you, Juancito, in California? What are your, what kind of, what are you going to do with this opportunity? How are you staying sane? What positive ways are you approaching the crisis? So for those new people who are joining us, we're talking about the opportunity that quarantine and being shut in can give you. So how are you taking advantage of that? How are you using your golden opportunity? What ways are you bringing positivity in your life? My work from home is unfortunately more busy. What's the situation there? Well, good for you that work is a little busy. That's great. What's the situation here? Well, good, I guess. It's a lot less stressful in South Korea than it was in California. Oh, good on you, spending time with family to the fullest. Love that. But what about personal self-development? What kind of personal self-development are all of you working on? Because I had shared, for those of you who are new to the Periscope, I had shared 3 things that I'm working on. Practicing gratitude. So every day making sure that I start my day and my day with gratitude. Number 2, changing my life systems so that I'm being healthier. Number 3, learning a new skill. Just trying to stay away from crispy burger. Oh, I'd love one right now. Maybe I was just getting hungry or something. Okay, but hey, eating healthier, that's a good chance to eat healthier. Man, I don't know about staying away from the laundry or the dishes. That kind of like relieves stress for me, It's that satisfaction of the house being cleaned. But that could just be me. But with the people who are here, what would be one thing that you would recommend to me that I could do a new skill to learn? Or something positive that I could do while I'm in quarantine here? So throw out some tips, throw out some ideas, throw out something I could work on, and who knows, maybe I'll give it a try. Early night hours and early mornings. Yes. Practice guitar, piano if you have those. This has taught a lot of us how to appreciate what we have and also what we don't have. Yeah, appreciation, gratitude. It really kind of humbles you when you think about all the good things that you've had or experienced. I am so grateful that I can pick up my phone, go to Coupang, kind of Korea's version of Amazon, order something, and if I order in the morning, it'll get here in the evening. If I order before midnight, it'll arrive at my door 7 a.m. So that has saved us, because after 2 months of being in the States and coming back, I had a really empty fridge. So, those are some positive things. Yes, appreciation. Let's see, do I have anything else on my list? Yeah. Is the cost of living very high in Korea? Yes, it is. So I was with my grandparents for a week, and we went and bought them groceries. So we filled the cart full, filled it full. I think they ended up spending $120. If I had bought that same amount of groceries here in Korea, that probably would have cost me about $300. So the cost of everything is pretty high. So chicken, $1 a pound? Are you kidding me? My gosh, I'd be lucky if I could get it for $5 a pound. Steak, oh, let's not even start there. I mean, we're looking at $15, $20, $30 a pound just for beef. And we're not even talking the high quality beef. Like if we're talking Korea beef, well, I mean, that's like $50 a pound. So your normal, costs are pretty high. Housing, I'd say housing is pretty expensive. Fruit, yes, fruit very expensive. Vegetables are almost more per pound than meat. So it's kind of challenging. I will say though that Korea has a very low medical cost. So I spend about 150 because I'm an entrepreneur. I spend $150 a month on insurance, but I can go over and get acupuncture for $5. If I got a cold or something, I can walk to a doctor, $5. I want to go get an x-ray, maybe 20, $25. So the cost of healthcare is pretty cheap here. So average cost of living is pretty high compared to even California, but medical costs are super low. Access is really high. So quality of life is pretty good, especially for someone like me who is a Lyme disease survivor. I go to the doctor a lot. I would be bankrupt if I was still in California and trying to go to the doctor. So I think someone asked a question, is mass transportation cheap? Yes, it is. So taxis are pretty cheap, far cheaper than Uber. Bus, subway, those kind of things are also pretty super cheap. So any last questions? I think I'm going to end here for today. And tell you what, if either on Twitter or here in the comments, what are some things about Korea or being in quarantine that you would like me to blog about or to do a Periscope about? If you can go onto Twitter and write some questions about, could you talk about this? Could you talk about, I'm really curious about North Korea. I'm really curious about this thing in South Korea. If you could write those underneath the Periscope, or if you go to Medium, in Medium I posted a blog post about what I talked about here today. You could probably write some comments there and ask some questions. So, I mean, you got me here for 14 days in quarantine, so ask away, ask some questions, and we'll have fun here. So stay positive. Look for things to be grateful for. Take this opportunity to grow and evolve and learn some new skills. And we'll get through this together. So thanks for participating in this first Periscope. Thank you for the awesome comments. Really loved it. And I'll see you all tomorrow.